Hey everyone, answer this question for me. Is overthinking keeping you from progressing? Hey everyone, Marsha here, your mindset coach and confidence coach. And let's dive straight into that, which a lot of us grapple with, overthinking. So we're going to tackle how to stop overthinking and move ahead because too often it causes things like procrastination, things like not getting your goals done. So let's jump into it. Let's dive right into it. So I'm going to teach you a three-step method to get out of that overthinking zone. Wouldn't that be delicious to get out of that overthinking zone? So don't overthink it. Just watch the video to the end. Let's go. So when you find yourself, and I always talk about this, one of the major things in overcoming different challenges that we have, and if overthinking is one of your challenges, then one of the major things is to know yourself. Again, get into journaling, write it out, get into maybe what you overthink about, what triggers your overthinking, what are the certain questions that come to your mind when you start to get into overthinking. So interrupt that. So you're going to journal and you're going to stop that overthinking train. Hear me well. Interrupt that train of thought. Catch yourself when you're doing it and stop that train of thought because it's going at 500 miles an hour and you're on that overthinking train. We're going to interrupt that train of thought. Okay? That's the first step. But first, you got to know what triggers that. So get to know yourself through journaling, through being mindful, being aware, so that we can tackle that, challenge it, and get over it and stop that overthinking. That's your first thing. The second thing we're going to do is you're going to ground yourself. When you interrupt that overthinking train that's going on in your mind, you're going to ground yourself to the present moment. This is where mindfulness comes in. This is where knowing who you are, where you are, what you're about, and being present comes in. So you're going to ground yourself in what's triggering these thoughts? What am I really supposed to be focusing on instead of introducing 100 other thoughts that probably have nothing to do with the topic at hand? Maybe that's where we need to fine tune that and fix that. So we're going to ground ourselves. We're going to be mindful. What is the actual topic we're talking about? What are we actually focusing on? What am I supposed to be considering and weighing and looking at so that I could make a decision in this particular topic that I'm looking at, situation, case, or point at hand? So that we zone in, we go in with very distinct blinders on what we're about. So we ground ourselves in the present moment on the topic at hand that we are focusing on. Okay? Everybody okay so far with me? Good? Yeah? Guys, put it in the chat. If you if that's a challenge for you, put it in the chat. And what causes you, what is it, what happens when you sit and you overthink about things? Do you actually get things done? Do you accomplish things? How do things turn out for you when you're overthinking it? Okay. If you like this content and it's valuable for you, then go ahead and subscribe and hit the notifications bell. And I will be so happy for that because then you would know when each and every video is uploaded and, the value that's in here. I'm glad that you're with us. Okay, so go ahead and subscribe. Step 3. We're going to now replace those 101 thoughts that are happening with more productive thoughts because now we've stopped that overthinking train. We have grounded ourselves in the present moment of what we're actually talking about or considering or working on. And now we can actually replace it with more problem solving, more solutions. You ever notice sometimes when you overthink, what comes from those 1,000 thoughts is negatives, or maybe reasons why something will not work out, what if, the what if sometimes turns out to be like negatives. All right, so that is not really a good thing either. It keeps us stuck right there. And replace it with more productive things. So speak to the right people who can actually assist you in those goals. So often we find ourselves asking advice from the people who've never done the thing before. They're not in that circle of people who do that particular thing. And we end up probably worse off than we started before we even asked the wrong people the questions. So replace those overthinking thoughts with more productive, sensible questions that really lead you towards making a decision about the topic at hand. So that's grounding yourself so that you stay on point and on zone of what you're considering, and interrupt that train of thought. You be the master of your thoughts, right? Stop that train of thought so that overthinking is not something you're going to be grappling with again. So if you've loved this content, well then, here's what. I would invite you to join our confidence challenge that we have inside our group coaching program. And it's linked in the description in this video. Check out what else we have to offer. And I look forward to chatting with you on another episode. So join me again, make sure and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Now remember, work on yourself because you're more than worth it. Talk to you soon.